Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thoughtful conversations. Now, the contentious Waqf Amendment Bill 2024 is being discussed in the Lok Sabha, with the House witnessing a showdown between the government and the opposition. The bill seeks to improve the administration of Waqf properties, introduce technology-driven management, address complexities, and ensure transparency. Now, introducing the bill, Union Minority Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju said that the consultation process of the Joint Parliamentary Committee was the largest ever exercise carried out by a parliamentary panel in India's democratic history. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla agreed to an 8-hour debate on the bill, which was extended considering the House's situation and continued until 8 p.m. In fact, it's past 8 p.m. now. And what I'm told currently is that the discussion could go on till about 9 and 10. I was just speaking to a few reporters in Parliament. They've been distributed food coupons. So, which means that the discussion will go on for long. And then apparently there could be a voting or a division of votes could be sought for. But if you look at the discussion by and large, the opposition really has raised the issue of the fact that this bill aims to divide, defame, and disenfranchise the Muslims. Is it an attack on the constitution? Is it an attack on the federal structure? Joining me this evening is Supreme Court lawyer and activist Mehmood Pracha, who's followed several cases of the Waqf properties. Thank you so much, Mehmood, for joining on HW. And this bill is going to pass undoubtedly because the government has enough numbers. And we also know what the various opposition parties have said. But what will happen once the bill is passed? What is the most scary proposition which everyone is staring at, and what the country will have to face once this bill is passed?
See, first of all, for your viewers, I'll give my background vis-a-vis Waqf, and that is, I had a role in the drafting of 2013 Waqf Amendment Bill. Second, I have, as a lawyer, contested and freed the largest number of Waqf properties across the country, worth upward of 1 lakh crores. That is my background. So I would be at least having some knowledge regarding this. That is a presumption we can all safely have. Now, since all the parties had issued a 3-line whip, so whatever little doubt people had in their minds was, at least people like me who were watching this debate in the parliament, was removed when one of the JDS member of parliament spoke, and one from TDP member of parliament. When they spoke, and both of them actually supported the bill. So the writing on the wall was absolutely crystal clear. There was no doubt in my mind that this bill is going to escape through, and not escape through, but it is easily going to be passed. There is absolutely no problem. So that is one thing which we should realize, since opposition does not have 272. So this will be passed. But now coming back to the reasons. The reason is not attacking just Muslims, which is a favorite tool which RSS and BJP utilizes to show to the world that that we are winning elections by polarizing two communities. However, I have a different theory. That is just a charade. They win elections because of the use of EVM machines. Anyway, but the main reason, which is crystal clear, is that Waqf has a land bank which is huge. I'm not going into the number, whether it is number 1, 2, 3, or number 100. But it has got a huge land bank still remaining, despite all the encroachments and all, which this government wants to usurp in a wholesale manner and give it to, obviously, its best friends like Ambani, Adani, and Yusuf Lulus. That is the sum and substance of this entire exercise. I cannot see any other reason whatsoever. It is not some other communal reason, which is the primary reason. Main reason is corruption and nothing else. Number two, if we come down to the logics and logistics of this bill, who has been chosen to introduce this bill? The BJP has this knack of, RSS has this knack of choosing the worst amongst any community and use them as their tools. Now, here, Mr. Kiren Rijiju, he belongs to Buddhist community. He has been made the minority affairs minister. Now, what is his sensitivity towards his own religion and followers his own religion is crystal clear from what is happening in the Bodh Gaya today. The control and management of Bodh Gaya, the sanctum sanctorum of Buddhist community across the world, not just India, is managed by people who do not belong to Buddhist community. And that is exactly the formula which is being used in Waqf also, by introduction of non-Muslim members. But my point is that they will use your own people to hurt and harm you. In this case, a tribal minority community person, Buddhist, is being used as a face, as a charade, who is going to do the dirty work for RSS and BJP. So this is the methodology. Then you come to the logic of it. Now, main logics are that Umeed is the title. Empowerment is the basic theme which is being projected before the world, that we want to improve the Waqf affairs. And like, how is the question? There is not even one provision which is being introduced which is not to the detriment and for destruction of whatever little safeguards and security is left for Waqf properties in this. Not even one. And I'm saying this with full sense of responsibility. I can debate section by section. I have the amendment bill with me now, which has been given to me by my friends.
We've taken a look at a copy of the bill. What, according to you, are the most contentious provisions of the bill? On the basis of which, the country really needs to be on its toes as to what could happen. Because today in the parliament, we heard various leaders from the treasury benches saying that, oh, this is fear mongering. आप डर फैलाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. This is the kind of, and even Amit Shah said it, कि ये तो आप डर फैला रहे हैं. During CA and NRC also, you said that the Muslims will, their citizenship will go away. Not even a single Muslim has been divested of his citizenship. So, what he meant was that this is fear mongering and we are just trying to overhaul a system.
Now, let me give an answer to what our Honorable Home Minister Amit Shah Sahab is saying. Their design failed, obviously, because people of the country, not just Muslims, not just Muslim women, fought back. There were large-scale protests, which was held by not just Muslims, but other weaker sections of the society. Women, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe community, OBC people protested. That is how their designs were stopped and checked. Similarly, when they attacked the farmers, there was a huge protest. They were stopped in their tracks. Recent example is this Advocates Amendment Bill, which was stopped in their track. They were stopped by a strong protest. So their designs, some designs have been stopped because of the strong resistance. Otherwise, today, large number of people would have lost their citizenship and Muslims would have been the least, as in Assam. Scheduled caste, scheduled tribe people would have lost their citizenship in largest of numbers. So this bill is not just one-off bill which is going to affect Muslims. This is also very important and one has to understand it very clearly. Similar kind of bills in law, if it is passed and it is not resisted, even if it is passed, it has to be resisted not just by Muslims but all communities, especially SC, ST and other religious minorities. Because similar thing is going to happen for all of them, which is already in the pipeline That is my take on this. So it is a matter of grave concern, but we will stop them from doing this, and we will, all the weaker sections will, in a joint effort and campaign. Firstly, if this bill is passed, it is going to be challenged in a court of law with the prayers and with the reason that this every provision is against the Constitution of India. It is in direct violation of Part 3 of the Constitution of India. So, therefore, this is not going to stand the test of constitutionality. But as we know, the courts are under tremendous pressure these days, and it is now not very unknown thing since 2018 at least, when
No,
four
but
Supreme Court
do you think,
sitting Supreme Court
Pracha,
judges
no,
held a press conference and said so. Yes.
no, but there are various arguments, against the bill, that this bill violates the fundamental structure of the constitution. It is violative of the rights of the minorities. But have the opposition leaders really defended the bill in the manner in which they should have? Of course, taking pot shots at BJP and taking pot shots at the ruling dispensation is fine. But was the bill defended well by the opposition leaders?
You mean opposed by the opposition leaders?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Was the
See,
bill opposed enough? That's what I meant.
barring a handful of member of parliaments who really did perform very well and they actually understood the subject, nobody was even prepared. The I can name them, but I don't want to name them. But everybody saw that, whoever saw the debate would exactly know what I'm talking about. So this is the level of preparation. Nobody actually put up a fight in JPC also, and there was no point also when you have a government like this, unless you have that number
Do
two seventy two.
you think that the opposition has resigned to the numbers? They also know that now there is no way they can prevent the bill from passing. The bill will pass anyway. So they have just, for the namesake, they put up some arguments, but they haven't opposed it well.
No,
Because they also
opposition. See, I gave you so many examples. This opposing in the parliament by the political parties and member of parliament is only one way of doing it constitutionally. There are various other methods. Article 19 to 21 are freedom of speech, peaceful protest, are in today's world, in the situation we are facing in the country today, are a stronger method of resisting any anti-constitutional activity of the ruling party. But when I compare this with the paper ballot campaign, I have, my opinion is crystal clear that those who cannot defend their own elections, their own votes, people have voted in much larger number. People have voted the India Gadbandhan to power, but they were not able to defend their own votes in Haryana or in Maharashtra. So how would they be able to defend Waqf Act or any other act which is detrimental to the interests of people of India? So therefore, this is what we are facing. So people of India have to rise to save their constitution, to save uh, their democracy. But the reason, single most important reason, is not the top leadership or the workers of these opposition political parties, but BJP and RSS, and especially with these, our Prime Minister and Home Minister have orchestrated a very well thought of plan by way of using sleeper cell and agents in various parties. That is how they are sabotaging a effective opposition to this government. The least of that opposition will come inside the parliament because we don't have the numbers, and that is not that is not some rocket science which I'm expressing on your channel. It is well known. It was well known while the chief election commissioner was chosen a few days back. Modi ji and Amit Shah on one side, Rahul ji on the other side. What will be the result? Same is the phenomena here. Same was the phenomena in JPC. But if it was coupled with large scale protest, peaceful protest, then scenario would be different. Then Nitish Kumar Saab, JDU, and the TDP and Chirag Paswan Saab's party would be singing different tones. How difficult is that to understand? But that is not happening, and that is the biggest flaw, I would
So,
say now, of the
right.
leadership also, that they cannot get rid of their the dirty players, the agents of RSS and BJP in their own parties. That's the main reason.